Good evening, Chandu. Kaiser, dude, I'm never late actually. Just right in time. I'm with Chandu, but I would say I felt today the solar eclipse. Weird day. Brother, don't worry about my feelings. No worries. No, Chandu, today I'm not tired. I am energized. This solar eclipse makes me feel like I'm electroshocked. How can you get that? Through inner work, through facing storms in you. You know how you become calm? Through seeing, experiencing that all the inner storms go away eventually. But if you feel like you are something special in you, in your mind, something who is not able to let go, something different than nature, well, with this experience, you will learn slowly that everything is passing because there's too much holding on. Yes, Kaiser, I have heard about him. But I mean, um, The world is much bigger than that. Yo, yo, yo. Is this like wizard class? Yes, of course. If inner freedom is magic, then yes, this is wizard class. Yo, Muhammad. Man, YouTube is totally not my work. Well, I have made with YouTube like 50 euros. Hello, hello. I am from the Matrix. You know movie Matrix? I had a role in that movie. What's up, what's up? Atif. Um, well, yes, I don't answer political or religious stuff because that makes you to go into fight mode. Well, not you specifically. Man, politics and religion for me is just a small drama world. Not interested in that. It's needed in this life, but well, don't be like me. I'm just telling. Yes, Kevin, I know you are Kevin. Yo. Yo, greetings to Japan. I want to visit Japan. Yes, Atif, I am totally not against politics, totally not against religions. I am totally accepting them. But that's all I can say about politics and religion. I just have different interests. I love that there is politics and as well religion. Just that these things are not into perception of my daily life. Kevin, life is good, life is good. Appearing phenomenon. I would say awakening is realization that your thoughts flow by themselves, your emotions flow by themselves. Life happens on its own. Your personality happens by itself. I would say awakening is like this first time realization or glimpse or understanding that you are not controlling anything. I feel like people call awakening as this starting point. When they first realize that things are not the way they think they are. Especially you are not the way you think you are. Yo, MSX. Yo, Linda. Kevin, what do I do for fun? This? Man, I do lots of things for fun. Life is for fun, in my view. It doesn't mean you have to be like crazy, stupid. Really depends on what type of person you are. It's all fine, but fun, just live for fun. Spending time in nature is fun. Walking on a street is fun. Working can be fun as well. Play basketball, it's fun. Make music or listen to music, it's fun. Dance. uh, watch funny videos and so on. I describe fun as something from what you gain uplifting emotions. Something positive. That's fun. We are not talking about jokes and moments when you laugh. Atit, what hard question do you want me to answer? I don't see how some questions are harder than other questions, dude. They all are the same questions. They come and go. Of course, people do think that some questions will make something in them to happen. Or some questions are so important for you to know. But I don't perceive questions like this. All the questions just come and go. Some can be answered, some not. Doesn't matter. Why is there self-conflict? Because you think that there is two in you. Well, definitely more than one. Self-conflict comes from you seeing yourself as center of the world. Self-conflict comes from, well, yes, from you perceiving yourself as a fixed center, separate center. And you are separated from everything you perceive. This is where the conflict comes from. Okay, I need a little bit slow mode because chat is flying. Probably because of solar eclipse. People want to seek some answers in YouTube. What just happened? What are these weird emotions from the solar eclipse? Why do we fixate on that fixed center? Appearing phenomenon. I have only one thing to say you about this. To this, why do this happens? The answer is the same as why is sun shining? Or why today it was solar eclipse? Well, it just happens. This is the life. The fixation of inner center is just natural happening on this planet with people. Yes, 5-second slow mode is crazy, but it helps. Is it because we are afraid? Well, I wouldn't say like that. You being afraid comes later. You being afraid comes after inner center is fixed. Dude, why is the sun shining? Well, it doesn't matter really. It's happening. Well, how I look at this world is, well, when you are dreaming, does the content of your dream really matter? Do you give to yourself these deep philosophical, existential questions? Why? If you know that this dream will end, and if you realize that that is a dream, well, you can still ask these why questions in your dream, but just for fun. All you will gain from that will be curiosity, just some information that's not even that serious. Sorry, today I can't read all the comments because they are many. So I just read comments when I see them, when I look at them. I prefer to look at this green spot. Dude, observer, what made you stream today even though you're impacted by the eclipse? Dude, who said I am impacted by eclipse in some way, some like way that I perceive this impact as personal? Dude, every day I go through all the content of mind, through different emotions, but they don't stick with me. They don't create, well, they do create personal story, but there is no belief in this personal story. This story is free. The content in me is free to live. What I perceive, what I feel, there is different relationship with that. I can be sad and it's just fine. I can be happy and as well it doesn't matter that much. Just let it go, no matter what happens. Accept that this is your moment, this is happening. That's it. This is the thing that probably is keeping people from deeper experience, deeper spiritual experience. Because you don't understand how the life is totally fine. how is it possible that nothing has to change actually for you to be totally free? In total peace, beyond peace. Holistic services. Yes, I have some belief in astrology. Dude, everything creates your mind, your persona. Astrology, numerology, all the logies, psychology. Nah, I don't hate astrology. Astrology is also for fun. Will you find yourself in astrology? Well, not more or less than in anything else. You see, you perceive that everything is so important if you take yourself as something important. But if you find where the, let's say, mother of your problems is hidden in you, mother of your suffering in you, if you realize where it's hidden, and you realize as well what can you do when you find it with this mother of your problems, well then somehow all the life gets easier. You continue living the same life, perceiving the same things, but it's so much easier. But you have to find what is this mother or father of your problems and your suffering in you. Yes, all is mind, but in mind there is a small program that makes you feel like a separate being. All mind is not about that, just a small part of it. Your new name. Dude, Kaiser, I have no idea where you get this news. They are not on my vision, dude. Although I read news every day, but you are going too deep in some kind of crazy Latvian news. Not relevant ones. holistic, how reliable is astrology? Well, reliable for what? For precision? Not that much reliable. I feel like the best uh, astrologists take many things together, not only astrology. Kevin, honestly, brother, I have no desire to visit USA. It's just that for me, personally, there are so many countries better for visiting than USA. Well, the sad thing about USA is that I only know USA from what I have seen in movies and internet. Maybe it's enough, but definitely in real life there would be different experience. Yes, Kundan, Latvia is part of NATO. How's today new name? Interesting. Today was interesting. Kundan, I all the time forget that you are Mera. So you are Kundan or Mera. Choose one. Man, almost threw up my dinner. Kundan, but if you are Mera, then why don't you change back your nickname to Mera? Do you think if humans get higher level of self-awareness, will it solve our existential crisis? Existential crisis is not a problem. This existential crisis would still be there, but not as a crisis. If you would be more self-aware, there would still be existential questions, and as well mixed feelings to it, some attachment to it. But well, higher level of self-awareness. Well, yes, this world would, this people, I mean, people personally, Each one of us personally will definitely benefit more from that. Well, I'm gonna be honest to you about this actually, because I don't see how people not being aware is a problem. I did think like this before, but my perception has changed a lot since then. This is a bit of a dream, like I'm telling you all the time. It's not that serious about what you personally gain, where you personally develop. Because existence is not about you personally. But well, definitely, probably it is into some kind of evolution to become more aware, more conscious, because it just helps. Wait a second. Thanks for the start. Let me finish eating this cookie. Thanks, Bambaram boy. Love to India as well. I will visit India in few months. Sharing is caring. Yes. Where was the comment? A fearing phenomenon. You ask, it's a problem because people press and try to pull down and create pain, suffering, and confusion for others. Well, I don't look at this as a problem. I look at this as just life. It needs to be like that. There needs to be confusion, there needs to be problem, drama. Nature needs rain and storms and earthquakes, tsunamis. Night, we all need night, we need day. But somehow people in their mind get stuck into negativity. If something is confusing, you get stuck in this. If something is making you suffer, you get stuck in this. And this is also natural, part of how we develop with our mind and body. But you don't have to be stuck. It's part of the nature. This you being stuck is part of nature, but as well part of nature is for you to see that these negative things that you perceive is not a big deal, just part of life. Let it go. Allow them to happen. Don't force in you only the positive life happenings. Like, don't get attached to only something positive. And again, yes, this is what we as humans are doing. We are trying to get our lives better and better and less suffering and so on. Well, let it be like that, it's all fine. But, well, this is, maybe this is not something logical. Maybe it is for you, but let everything just to happen. Negative experiences are not a problem. If something negative happens, it's just a small sting, a sting of a bee. But if you give it so much attention and don't allow it to heal this sting, well, it will hurt for longer. What will I visit in India? I don't know. Just travel around. Meditate with some brothers and sisters there. Hi. Yo, Mera, it's you again. Mera, is it your real picture, by the way? Is it the real Mera we are seeing, Mera? And why are you scared? Who is the author of universe? I don't know. That's cool, Mera. Handsome young man. I don't get Rahul, I don't get that what you're saying. You Well, no. The answer is no if I get your question. It's not all about just brain. Mera, you look like one person I know in real life. One of my old uh, training group friends. Yes, DCI, of course. All good. No, Rahul. Did not say that. Yep, I am wearing shorts. Thanks for reminding me to ask. See you, Kevin. Tomorrow I will go to country home. Why do you want to know? Matter when the trip will uh, when it will get closer to the trip, to India trip, Matter, then I will talk with you, with all of you, a bit more about it and some places to visit. Bricklaying in London sounds cool. What are those bricks for? For a house, for a fireplace, for a road. Cool, cool. Enjoy DCI. Enjoy the process. Holistic, what is my take on tarot cards? They are for fun as well. They can show you something. Somehow, sometimes. Nothing more than regular cards. If it's not all about the brain, then what do you... If it's not all about the brain, then what about is it? I will shorten your question, Rahul, because when there's like long questions, it's just hard to read them. So you are asking, if it's not all about the brain, what is it? Well, it's all about this moment, all about aliveness. Brain is part of that. Brain is allowing you to perceive, but I wouldn't bet my life, dude, to say to you that it's all about the brain, just the brain, because I don't know. Of course I can tell to you that there is energy, but still you perceive that there is energy because you have brain to perceive it. But so you want everything to be known for you. Is that the thing? Can you leave some questions just unsolved? What happens if you leave questions unsolved? Especially existential ones. Because then you would be free. Then it's game over. You would be enlightened sooner or later. But if you are fighting in you to know everything, man, that's a state of suffering. I like to know, like for real, know things that are important for my survival or work. If you're a scientist or I don't know, neuroscientist or psychologist, well, maybe you need these answers and you need this suffering, and you don't need to be mentally free. Maybe. Yes, Kaiser, Europe is a great place. But Asia is also a great place. Logan, I'm not ignoring. I'm telling you all the time, it's not physically possible for me to see all the comments, to respond to all the comments. I respond to comments who I don't even know to what comments. Wanted to say wanted to say that I respond to comments who stand out, but nah, even not the ones who stand out. I mean, how can you make comment to stand out? Logan, you say you need guidance. You are saying you need guru guidance. Listen, Logan, if you perceive me as guru for you, even if you do that, well, listen, dude, guidance is not me answering to everything you ask. Guidance is you being able to perceive not only your questions. That's cool, Rai Rai. What a positive comment from you, Rai Rai. Appreciate it. Which country? I'm from Tibet. Titus, I have heard about monks who meditate and who can consciously end their lives. But I haven't heard about mummifying. Finally took her name. Hello, Radhika. Opinion on nature. For you, it's closest thing to God. It doesn't care about negative or positive. Well, I don't see how you are apart from nature. I don't see how anything is apart from anything in this life. But, okay, I will answer you in simpler way. Yes. What I think about nature, yes. Well, nature is teaching you simplicity. Nature is showing you that you are the same nature. So spend time in nature. Logan, I did not have a guru, but I have meditated for a long time. Well, dude, what is guru? I have studied a little bit some awakened persons, but my parents are my gurus, my friends are my gurus. Just happenings in my life are gurus. What does the guru mean? If guru for you means like a teacher that is teaching you, like known guru, or like who even gives these names to gurus? Who is deciding, okay, now you are a guru? Well, I don't know that, but dude, your shadow is your guru. Your mind is your guru. The silence in you is guru. Suffering is guru. Dude, I don't follow Maharishi's teachings, Radhika. I don't follow no one's teachings. I told you. Dude, the last information I gained from Ramana Maharishi, Moji, Eckhart Tolle, or Osho, these guys are wonderful, but the last information I gained from them was like when I was 23, around 23 years old. And I am telling you all the time, then I realized that I cannot move on like this. I cannot realize anything if I just follow what I know and all the knowledge. I have to leave everything aside and jump into just practice and just life. Dive deep into stillness, into meditation. Go there empty. Stay with this emptiness. This emptiness is healing you. This emptiness is opening your mind. Emptiness, just emptiness, I would say. Inner silence is much advanced guru than any guru. I feel like if you are following to some kind of guru teachings, feeding yourself with all the time with information from gurus, well, what will you become? You will become a great student. You will become like a parrot. But just experience the life. Practice. Well, My understanding was and is that I gained this knowledge, spiritual knowledge, self-inquiry knowledge, but there came a level when I realized that all this knowledge must be left behind to move on. Because either way, the things you will struggle with in the end will be doubt in you, doubt of is things that you know, are things that you know, truth. Are they true? You will face doubt no matter how much information you will gain. Doubt and fear and confusion, anxiety, you will still face all of this. Yes, information and knowledge helps, it can help, but till some point, if you are into self-inquiry, because you don't need nothing to let go. You don't need nothing more to face what is there in you, what is holding you, what is keeping you attached. You need nothing more. No more gurus at some point. Do I have remaining attachments clinging? Dude, I bet they will be there for all of my life. More or less, you never know. And that is beautiful. Each moment is new. You never know. I don't want some kind of final diploma, enlightenment. Yeah. That is a trap. Can you be so crazy to understand that you don't need it? And there is this, what you cling with, your attachments. There comes a point when you realize that they are not a problem. They are still just a part of existence. And somehow, of course, naturally, when you realize this, you start to cling less and less and less. Yes, it happens like that. There may come a point where totally nothing clings, but it's not needed, actually. Because it comes from just your lifestyle. You can live totally crazy lifestyle and be enlightened and experience lots of clinging and attachment. And be totally fine with it. It's possible. But naturally you just, at some point you will want more peace. Hope holistic, I don't even know, dude. I don't know exactly, because I don't give it some kind of psychological heavy attention. If there is clinging, I perceive that, well, this is happening. The next moment it's gone. Because clinging can be anything. A bit of clinging to somewhere and then it's gone in the next second. It can happen like that. So you don't have to delete clinging in you. That would create another fight. Sorry for not reading comments. What is peace? Being okay with whatever is. Wait a second. I need water. Sit in isolation and observe your thoughts. That can definitely be helpful. Can you do that? Sitting in isolation, observing your thoughts, observing your feelings, that is like pro level of meditation. Most of you will never do that. Or if you will try to do that, you will just lose it when the fear comes. You will fall for the fear. For how long? We'll do it daily. 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours a day. It can be a great practice. But it's needed just till some point. It can be needed. I feel like it's awesome if you can do that. If you can sit somewhere in isolated place, face your thoughts, feelings, but as well go and live the life fully. Life is showing you where attachments are still hidden. Isolated meditation is like hardcore training, but you don't have to live in this training. Yes, Sheikh. If by supernatural you mean something that I or someone else do not experience usually, then yes, of course. You have a weakness for beautiful women. How is that a weakness? Is it giving you trouble? If it's giving you suffering, unnecessary suffering, or for these women, well then yes, maybe it's weakness. Yo, Linda, you are really moderating. I saw that Kaiser as well is moderating. Awesome, awesome. How is wife weakness? Because you have to learn to share? Because you have to learn to understand each other? Dude, that's a challenge in life, not a weakness. That is good for self-inquiry as well. If you are trying to skip hard parts of life, well, you are missing out something that you can learn from it deeply. Even if we talk about knowing the self or no self, Logan, just ask something if you want to ask. Dude, you don't have to call me master. Why is good the standard? Well, why do you think that good is the standard? Good and bad together are standard. Neutrality is standard. Dude, you have to live in certain way in your life for it to be good for you, and you need to live in certain way in your life for the life you live would be bad for you. It's about the way how you live the life. But good people, like people who perceive life as good and people who perceive life as bad, people who perceive more positivity in them or good weather in them, and people who perceive in the same moment bad weather in them, negativity and destruction, all of the people share the same exact existence. All of the people are part of the same moment, same creation, same being. This good and bad is just for your perception. And how do you feel? What do you feel? What is the chemistry of your body at the moment? How well you are rested? How do you feel overall about your life and so on? Of course, as well, someone who meditates in cave, lives in ashram, can come to overall better feelings perceived because somebody is taking care of him. He has food, he has shelter, and you can train your mind to just let go all the rest and feel good if you just have food and shelter and someone to talk with, some other monk. You can train your mind for anything. But people live in different ways. None of them is the only one right way. Logan, you ask, do I think that you do not deserve to get in love or married because of childhood trauma? No, I don't think like that, dude. Maybe you hold a feeling like this in you. But I mean, maybe you choose to believe it, and that's it. Good night, Mera. Sleep well. Thanks, Sankino. Greetings, my wives. Joao, feeling ashamed or guilty is the only sin? Man, I'm not into religion, dude. I feel like this seeing something as sin is for some religion, I guess. What means overwhelmed? Can you describe it? I just don't know what it means. I have heard this word in English. Whoa, I just felt there's something old in my fridge. My wife opened the fridge and something stinks. But that's another story. What means overwhelmed? What is the meaning? Yo, sin was not sin was not the right word. Okay, then you say feeling ashamed or guilty is the only problem. Dude, feeling whatever stinks in my refrigerator is a problem. Man, if you feel shame, feeling of shame or guilt in you, it would not make psychological problem for you if you don't hold on to it psychologically. if you if you don't hold on to some kind of story of self in these feelings. Hello, Black Fear. Logan Radhika is telling you wise words. Overwhelmed means completely overcome or unable to cope due to an excessive amount of stress. Whoa, this is a hard explanation. It's too deep for my brain. Overwhelmed means completely overcome or unable to cope. Overwhelmed means unable to cope, being unable to cope due to excessive amount of stress, emotion. So basically, overwhelmed means feeling stress, like large amount of stress. If you could put in like in the simplest words you can, overwhelmed is perceiving excessive amount of stress. So Anshul was asking, do you ever feel great amount of stress? I guess that's what Anshul was asking. Anshul, honestly, no, but I have felt it lots, like lots and lots before. And I changed the way I live. I changed the actions that made me feel like that. First, you have to notice from where the stress is arising. It's not even about awakening or enlightenment. You are fooling yourself if you think that knowing who you are, knowing who you are not, gives you superpower to not, and you like stop perceiving the life. You stop to perceive specific things in life like stress, sadness. But self-inquiry, deep meditation, awakening, spiritual practices, all of these can show you about your life, point to your life, where the stress is hidden, where is it attached to, from where it comes. Yes, Dhruva, maybe I remember you, maybe no. I remember your name, but I don't remember your exact questions. Dude, what I see, new name is again on some kind of lady in the chat. Dude, new name. You're a beast. Naughty boy. How trauma could be healed? If you feel like it's impossible, well, that's illusion. Man, it can be healed slowly. I would say best way to heal trauma is live peaceful life. and practice to let go. Live healthy life, live active life, live peaceful life, live beautiful life, and as well be open to let go. The trauma sticks in you as long as you are holding on to it psychologically. And people don't know how easy it is to let go, because letting go just means allowing it in you and just stop fighting it. Stop telling in your mind that this trauma is bad and what you perceive in you is bad or it shouldn't be there. When you say in your mind that something shouldn't be there, this creates such a huge fight. Just leave it. Don't give it attention. Detach yourself. And this is where meditation steps in. This is where, for example, recognizing inner stillness steps in. Because this is great practice for letting go. If you meditate by just, for example, if you meditate and you recognize this inner stillness and you are just aware of it, just stay aware. At this exact moment, you are letting go basically everything, because you are giving your attention somewhere else. You are taking your attention away from it being trapped into mind's actions. As well as people don't trust their own mind because they think that they have to figure it out. They have to control almost like manually the mind. But you are not controlling anything. And you have to find this out. Don't just listen in me. You can find this out in this moment. Look at your thoughts, from where they are coming from, where they are leading to. Is there a controller behind it? Yes, we can't grow without suffering. Definitely. Respect the suffering in your life. For real. Love them. Don't take suffering so seriously. Don't take yourself so seriously. Love yourself. Love suffering. Respect it. "30 push-ups? I already today did training, but dude, 30 push-ups is easy. Actually, I want to do 30 push-ups, but I will do the wide ones, not the... Okay, actually, wait, 30 push-ups. I don't know if you can see me. You know, these are the wide ones. Normally people do push-ups like this, but this is harder. Try to do it like this. "50 in one take is easy. More gets harder." Man, now it's hot. I'll actually go and watch athletics on replay and live stream for like another 5 minutes today, and tomorrow it's gonna be Granny's home, country home live stream, pre-birthday live stream. SacralVibes is turning 35. Yes, new name. You can see in my YouTube profile shorts video of the solar eclipse I saw. You can not but you can see it in my shorts feed. That's right, Linda. In Latvia, in Riga, specifically in Riga, you couldn't see like total eclipse, but it was still amazing. It was no full eclipse, it was like partial. No, Ratika, not on Instagram, on my YouTube shorts feed. You can see it in my profile. Yo, I did not have glasses as well. We could see it without glasses because it was sunset and sun was quite low and it was not that bright, so you could see it without glasses. By my vibes. Well, probably I will remember you because your nickname is some way similar to mine. My vibes. Yes, Linda, birthday is on Friday, but on Friday I will not stream. I will stream tomorrow, going into Friday. So technically it will be my birthday. Meteor rain. Yes, I have heard that in August, in the middle of August, there is meteor rain, falling stars. I will see them tomorrow. Because in the city where I live in, you can't see it. Too much of lights around you. City lights. Yes, new name. Logan asked how to let go. Yo, Chandu, you're still here. Logan, I told you how to let go. Okay, if you want to know how to let go, well, you have to know what means not letting go. Not letting go is your life, your mental life, the way you are living it right now. Not letting go, nothing. No, not letting go is the way how you try to figure out your thoughts. It's how you give this extra push from you. Add second layer of thinking to thoughts. Nothing, not letting go means that you just give your feelings extra attention. You play with them. But letting go means opposite. And what is opposite? Opposite is when you just consciously notice it. Whatever is in you, just notice it. And that's it. Don't give nothing from you, nothing more from you than it's needed to thinking process or to some feeling. Just notice it. And it will get easier as you do it. Because when you practice just to notice, you will realize that you are not doing anything. The life is effortless. You are not doing anything. This power of noticing can show you that everything happens automatically, just like your heart is pumping, just like you are breathing. In the same way you are feeling, perceiving feelings, in the same way you are thinking, in the same way you are dreaming, you are automatically memorizing. Every content that you have in your mind at this moment happens automatically. So it's not your problem. If something happens automatically, it's not your problem. I know that you get it. Some of you get it. Okay, I have to end today's live stream. It's getting late. And I still have few things to do before I go to sleep. Ladies and gentlemen, lovers and haters, Radhika. Well, probably I am having a little bit of hair loss, but not that much. It's all good. I mean, I always, like, my hairline was always did not start here, dude. My hairline never started here or here or here. But we'll see. Don't worry about the hairline. Good night, good night. Linda, Linda, someday you will get ASMR, but not today. Today I just don't have time for that. But yesterday it was good ASMR. Dude, new name. Your hairline is not much different from mine. New name. Holistic. What a great question. Do I think that at some point all of you will get tired of discussing awareness, spirituality, life, and become silent? I don't think like that. Some of you, you see, I know that some of you who are even few of you who are regular viewers, supporters, you will leave this channel at some point, and it's all good, I know that. But there will always be people who are into or just starting in awareness, spirituality. But even holistic, you see, life works in cycles. Even if some of you wants to go into silence, meditate into mountains as well, you will be back here later, after some years, if I will be here, because life is a cycle. It's not like becoming silent is the meaning of life. It can be cycle of life to teach you something. But man, thankfully this channel is also about exploring the world, doing other stuff. Okay, boys and girls, now for real. Yes, Linda, this happens again. New people appear here when I'm about to end the stream. What is maze, holistic? What is maze? Can you be author of narrative? Late night Thai, dude, I am author of the narrative. In the same way you are. But okay. Good night, good night. No more answering. Sleep well. And film buff comes. Film buff.